This is Mr. C with Journey to Jackpot Slots, and today we have Terry Glebocki, if I'm not ginsuing the name, and she's the president and general manager of Delaware Park Casino. Do I have that correct?
Everything was right. The last name is pronounced Glebocki.
Glebocki.
You were very close.
It's the bifocals. All right. We are pleased to have her with us today. She's been very kind to us, showing us around the casino today and what they have to offer here, the slot machine, the racing with the horses, the restaurants that they have here for you. If you stop by, you might want to check that out. Now, let's get into a couple of questions. What got you involved in the casino industry? If I can even talk right.
I am an accountant by trade. I started my career in public accounting. I'm a CPA, but pretty early on, about 3 years into my career, I started in gaming, didn't know anything about it, but once I got into the industry, I loved it and never looked back. So I've been doing this a long time.
Okay, yeah, we did a little research on you, and she was actually the CEO of Oceans in Atlantic City, and was that Tropicana in Atlantic City?
So I was actually corporate at Tropicana. I was the corporate CFO of 8 Tropicana properties across 6 states and Aruba.
Oh!
But I sat in Atlantic City.
You sat in Atlantic City. What's keeping you passionate about the field, even though I already have the answer after we talked about some of the things that you're going to put up?
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, yeah. What's keeping you passionate about working in this field?
Oh, I'll tell you what. It's so exciting. 24/7. The fun never stops. There's always something going on. And just finding ways to engage our guests, bring new activities here to Delaware Park. It's just been a blast.
Tell us about some of the activities that you had explained to us that I just was blown away with. You know, some of the things about Christmas, about all
the white party.
Yeah. So we try to stay fresh and current. And two Christmases ago, we started with the Lit Bar. And so we had a bar that had been unoccupied for over 8 years. And I challenged my vice president of food and beverage. I said, you know what, can you make it a Christmas pop-up bar? I gave him a very limited budget, and I said, see what you can do. But as I told you before, I mentioned to him, if it doesn't look like Christmas actually vomited in here, it didn't succeed. And he succeeded, and we had Lit Bar. Last year was the second year of Lit, and we expanded into Festival of Lights. So we took that whole paddock area that I showed you, which is outside, and we turned it into a winter wonderland where people in the neighborhood could come rediscover Delaware Park and take their families through a walk-through, light-up festival. We also had a fabulous Santa Claus here, and we had merchants, and huge success, and we're going to build on that even more, and we'll do it again this year. We've done other things. Just night before last, it was a white party for our VIPs. And if you don't know, a white party is the last chance to wear white before Labor Day. And so everybody dressed head to toe in white. I kind of felt like the good humor man, but it was okay. It was a great party. Our team did a wonderful job. And then most recently, 4th of July, we did the exotic animal racing, where we raced camels and zebras and ostriches with jockeys on them. And we had crowds like this property has not seen in over 40 years outside in the grandstands. So ton of fun, lots happening here all the time.
And I can see that's what keeps her passionate, always coming up with something different.
Yeah.
I like that. How many slot machines do you have at the casino?
So when all of the machines are up, which at the moment they're not, but it would be about 1,875. Right now, today, there's probably only about 1,650 on the floor because we have 200 of them that are just dying to get into the new outdoor slot patio. That will be open very, very soon, and so some of those are in storage, and the themes are being changed and getting ready to put them outside.
Now, since you brought it up, could you tell the viewers about the outside slot area, which I think is different from any place I've ever been?
Yeah, so we're really excited. We've been working on this for almost a year now. It's a 10,000 square foot patio adjacent to our building. It's near our front entrance. It will house 257 slot machines in an open air environment. So the walls are about 7 feet high, and then there's about a 6-foot opening that goes all the way around, all 4 sides, and it'll house some really, really great slot product. It'll be heated in the winter. There's 57 gas heaters up in the ceiling that will project heat down, and then we've got big giant fans in the summer. But even while we were building this summer, on some of the hottest days, as soon as I would walk into the patio with my hard hat on at the time, I could feel the temperature difference, because it just creates great shade. There's about a 6 to 7 foot overhang, and that'll stop the rain and snow from coming into the space. So we're really, really looking forward to that. That should be open within the next couple, maybe few weeks.
2 weeks. If you're in the area, I recommend. We had an opportunity to walk through it. I was thoroughly impressed. I like being in the outdoors, especially over the summer months. You know, you can get the breeze. It's nice. You'd have to be here to experience it for yourself.
Thanks, I appreciate that. I will say, post-COVID, one of the things that we learned is people do like being in an outdoor environment. The other thing is that here at Delaware Park, we're smoke-free. Our indoors is completely smoke-free. We've been that way for over 20 years. But outside, because it is outside and open air, smoking will be allowed out there. And it's separate from this building, so it's really the best of both worlds that we're going to have here.
Remember that. Do you offer any casino hosts here?
Oh, we do. We have 3 domestic and 2 Asian hosts. Our host team, they're fabulous. The guests love them. And even beyond the hosts, I would say that our team here is so tenured and have been here for so long. I often have been quoted saying that we have a Cheers-like atmosphere. When Norm walks in and everyone yells Norm, that's the way it is here, because I have so many long-tenured employees. My dealers, for example, table games have been in Delaware and at Delaware Park for the last 15 years. I had 50 employees that have been here since that very first year. 50 dealers. That says a lot to the tenure of the employees here.
Yeah, because we were under the impression when we first initially came here today that this place is a smaller casino, like a little satellite casino. If you're under that impression, wipe that clear. It's not like that. This place is a lot larger than what we presumed that it would be. Like there's a bunch of satellite casinos, and it's not like that. There's a ton of things here to do, a ton of machines. It's 3 floors here. It's a lot larger than what you might think. They have a brewery here, but you can check out their website. We'll leave links down below, so if you want to check it out, it's open. This might be a question you may not want to answer, but we have to ask. What's the RTP like here?
It's very, very competitive. Really excited. We actually put a press release out recently. We just had somebody hit a $140,000 jackpot on a $10 bet. That just happened probably a week ago today.
Yeah, it's on the Facebook page.
Yeah, it's very recent. And in the month of August, we're going to have over $7 million worth of hand pays. So that's a lot for a property of this size.
Actually, that is.
Hey guys, guess what?
So you got the photo bomber.
I got the photo bomber. I got here, played my first machine. I won $500 right off the bat. You'll get to see that.
Okay, and do you offer any complimentary drinks to the players? Not a serious question, but some people might be interested in that.
So that is a difference between here and in New Jersey or Pennsylvania. There are not complimentary drinks as far as alcohol goes. Non-alcoholic beverages, yes, soda, coffee, tea. We've got cocktail servers all over the floor. offering those for free, and then they will deliver a drink, but that is there is a charge for the drinks.
There is a charge. Can you bring out any outside drinks in, or is this strictly in-house?
Strictly in-house.
Okay, don't bring any of your drinks.
No. I will say, though, that outside in the racing area, if people do come for racing, because we have a thoroughbred track, we have picnic tables. It's called the Grove, and there are people that do bring their own food and beverages outside.
Okay, so that's for the track then. Mm-hmm. Okay, beyond free play, even though we already know the answer just from talking to you today, what benefits do the players get with getting a player's reward card?
So we have a new card sign up. We're really proud of that. It's $50 for a brand new sign up. You get a player's card. We'll also do tier matching, which is something new to the property. And then you accumulate points. And as you accumulate those points, they can be redeemed for food and beverage or free slot play.
Okay.
And gifts in the gift shop.
Okay, with the food and beverage, is that at any restaurant on the property?
Any restaurant, yes.
Okay. It's like when we go to Tropicana, it's only Tropicana's restaurants. Any place else, you can't use it.
Yeah,
so that's good info.
Yeah, having been at that property, a lot of those restaurants are outsourced. Here, all of the food and beverage product is our own. So we run all of the outlets, even the brewery where we are right now, which is High Stakes.
Okay, that's good information. What's inspired you to allow content creators? Because we know sometimes it's tough to get people that do YouTube slot videos, where the casino world doesn't want them to show up. And you see a reason why. I mean, sometimes I think it's the old guard. They don't have a vision for something new and something different. But you've been very honest and open with us by allowing us to come in and film some videos, which we will be showing you shortly. And then there's some other content creators that are here. But what makes you different and this place different and more open to content creators?
So I think that there are multiple properties that allow content creators, but I see it as the future. We've had great success in reaching out to people who may not have realized that we were an option. So we targeted some nearby states and their content creators so that their followers could see just what we have to offer here in Delaware.
So those of you content creators, who would they need to contact if they do want to come here and start producing content?
So really it's our head of marketing, Gina Mancino, or myself, Andy Gumringer, who's our VP of slots, any of us. But we're really open to it. If it's somebody that has a loyal following and is willing to work with us, we're willing to work with them.
Okay. Is there any rules for that? You're not allowed to film while walking through the casino. You don't want your other patrons being shown in the videos.
Yeah, I do like to respect people's privacy. We do put signage up when we know that a creator is on site, and we do need to notify the lottery. We are an agent of the lottery, so we have to let the lottery know. And we would prefer that people don't feel uncomfortable about being in video that they didn't consent to.
Oh no, I can understand that. Do you have a particular favorite restaurant here?
Oh, we're in it.
Okay.
Which is High Stakes. High Stakes is our brewery. We offer both like a steakhouse and a chop house. 4-page menu. There's a ton of options here. But I have something favorite at each of the restaurants. We've got some really good dishes and something to fit every appetite, I think.
Okay, say like us, we're coming in overnight and you don't have an actual hotel here. And what places would you recommend somebody coming in that might want to stay overnight?
Oh, so this is really exciting. We just had a Residence Inn open, although not on our property, it's adjacent to our property. And we'll be offering a shuttle service that will go and pick people up right there at the Residence Inn. It's on Delaware Park Boulevard. It's almost walkable. It might be a little uncomfortable of a walk, but it is walkable. And besides that, there are other hotels in the area.
Okay, and if somebody does book a room there, should they mention the casino that they're coming to? Do you offer any discounts with the hotel to help them out?
So the Residence Inn is offering a stay and play package where if you book the room, that'll give you something to come over and get free play here. And then I think the most important thing is the new card sign up, because even if you don't book the stay and play and you're new to the area, stay at the Residence Inn, come over, sign up for your card, $50.
As always
Right
helps.
there.
Are you considering starting your own gambling app? You know, all these other places, MGM, Caesars.
So it wouldn't be our own, but as an agent of the lottery, the 3 Delaware casinos have partnered with Bet Rivers. So we are on an app. So we have iGaming and mobile sports betting. If you go to the Bet Rivers app, you look for the state of Delaware, you hit the drop down, and Delaware Park.
Oh, that's very interesting. Because we were trying to find that, we couldn't find anything on this particular property that offered that. But no, that's always. Is that? Do you think that's the future? Because obviously, all these other places are starting to get into the app business.
Yeah. So most of my career was in Atlantic City, so I'm very familiar with the iGaming world. But what we're seeing is that there has been a propensity for people to want to sign up for iGaming, and it seems to bring different people into the mix. So we see some of our players that like to do both. We call it brick and mortar and iGaming, but there's a lot that are strictly iGaming. Seems to be a younger demographic, but it is gaining popularity for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see that hurting the brick and mortar casino? Because now I can stay in my bathroom.
You
can.
know. But you know what? It's a very different experience.
I would agree.
And we do see, like I said, some players that like to do both. And we do partner with Bet Rivers, and we've done some joint events with them here, where they bring in some of their players. We expose our players to this iGaming site and the sports betting, and vice versa. Does it hurt? I think it complements. I think that would be the right way to look at it. There might be a day that you're feeling lucky, but you can't make it in. Pull out your phone and you could be in the action.
Oh yeah, well there's nothing like the experience. Like we were here before we met up with her again today. Somebody just won a little jackpot for like 1,800 or something like that. And that's, you got a group of people around you, it's the excitement. And then obviously a lot of older people, cell phones, computers, they don't like dealing with that. But, I don't think brick and mortar's ever gotten out of style. What do you think, B?
No, I don't think so.
But, just can some of these apps hurt people? And even with that, do you like the apps? Because obviously it can make it more dangerous for a gambler. Whereas I have to drive an hour out of my way or half an hour to go, well, I really don't have the money to do that today. Yeah. And where I can pick up the phone and it's like, okay, I'll just add more money.
I'll tell you what, I think the apps offer some great variety and really rounds out the gaming profile.
Okay.
So we embrace what they're doing. But I will tell you, we are kind of a regulars place. I mentioned the Cheers atmosphere. Our players know one another as well. And a lot of people come here for that companionship. I'll give you an example. 2 years ago was the first time that this property had been open on Christmas Day in a long time. I was the person that did that. The employees might
We'll delete that part.
No, but it's important because I walked around that day. If my employees were here working that day, I worked that day. It was important to me that I showed them that, look, I'm going to put my family. We're going to celebrate a little bit different. Maybe we'll celebrate Christmas Eve or on the 26th. I want to be here on Christmas Day with them. And I walked around and I talked to guests, and so many of them said to me, "Thank you for opening, because Christmas isn't fun for everybody. There's some people where that's a tough day to be home alone, and they got to come here and be with us, and it meant a lot to them. So this place means a lot. It's entertainment and it's the social life of a lot of the people in the neighborhood. Well, here the employees know the guests know the employees, the guests know one another. And I know them too. I've got regulars here. There's one guest, and he was the first guest that I met on property. And my board of directors was in the other day, and I ran into this guest, and he got to meet the board of directors. Like, this is the first player that I ever met. So it's just that kind of place. It's welcoming. It's warm. It feels personable.
Tell us about some of the changes, because I was over excited and kind of overwhelmed when you were showing us the IGT area and all that. Tell us about some of that. That's exciting.
Yeah, thank you. So there was an ownership change about 3 years ago. I've been here a little over 2 years. That first year there was a desire to change the first floor of the casino and to remodel it. I was fortunate enough to be here during that whole change and renovation, and this place looks nothing like your old Delaware Park. So we've been a casino now for 30 years, a racetrack for 88, but a casino for 30. And people that haven't been here in a long time don't recognize it when they come back in, because it went from a place that was dark and had a lot of wood tones and dark colors, and now it's fresh, it's vibrant. We brought in a designer from Las Vegas, and he designed our casino floor, and it's a very competitive product that we offer on the floor now. We took areas that were obsolete and unused, and we renovated them. We now have 2 Aristocrat lounges. We have a Light and Wonder lounge. I think that's what you were talking about. We've renovated our restaurants. We've added a high limit slot room. We've added a high limit table room, a noodle bar. We've done a lot. It feels very current, the property.
I would agree. And could you tell us about the horse racing side? I guess it's a smaller segment of the business, but when we were out there today, the track is beautiful if you've never been here.
Grass race. Wait a minute, did I say that wrong?
So we are a thoroughbred racetrack. We're now in our 88th meet. So horses have been running here for 88 years. We are the only thoroughbred track in the state of Delaware, and we have 75 live racing days that run between May 15th and October 15th-ish. This year I think we'll be running through October 18th because we have a few dates to make up where we had inclement weather. And it's a fun part. And as I mentioned before, we introduced the exotic animal racing, and that got a lot more people to the track to get to experience horse racing too, because we ran the ostriches in between the 5th and 6th race. So
that had to be fun to see.
it was a lot of fun. And the day before, we invited families to come out and meet the exotic animals. But you see people on the track side with their children. Horse racing is very family oriented, and we'll do things like face painting and balloon sculptors, and we introduced a Delaware Derby this year. It was the very first time we've ever had the Delaware Derby, and everyone's heard of the Kentucky Derby. Now we have our very own in Delaware.
Yeah.
It was a huge success, and tons of people here. We had a life-size balloon sculpture of a horse with a jockey on it. Always trying new things, and it's just a great way to spend a day. Even if you're not a gambler, you could come and just watch the horses. You could come with friends or a date or your spouse and bet a $2 bet, and now you got a little bit of skin in the game, and it's just fun to cheer on the horses.
I am totally blown away by this casino. It's nothing like I expected.
No. You have any upcoming events?
Oh, we've got so many. It's hard to mention them all. We do have 2 big festival weekends coming up. One will be the Del Cap weekend, which is the Delaware Handicap. Another one is Owners Day, and that's where all the horse owners come in. It's a really big deal. We'll be doing Bark at Del Park again this year. That'll be coming up, where we're partnering this year with 2 different local animal shelters. They'll bring in puppies that are available for adoption, and we try to do a little race, but it turns out being more like the Puppy Bowl at Super Bowl times. They don't know.
That would be dangerous for me. I want a dog right now.
Yeah, so that's a lot of fun. That'll be coming up soon. We're also going to do Parktoberfest. So Oktoberfest happens in everybody's community at the end of September, beginning of October. But it's such a beautiful time of year, and the grounds here are so beautiful. We're going to do our own Parktoberfest. I think it's October 18th. And you'll be able to come in, and for a small fee you can get tasting tickets, and you can go and taste a lot of local breweries. It's our own spin on Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have vendors here. I think we're going to have at least 20 to 30 alcohol vendors, and then there'll be food and beverage trucks and people selling artwork and crafts. And then we'll be rolling into Boo at Lit, Boo Bar, which is our Halloween pop-up bar. That'll be every Friday and Saturday night in the latter part of October. And then we'll go into Festival of Lights. That'll open on Black Friday. And that'll be every Friday and Saturday until Christmas. We're going to hope it's a little warmer this year because I froze last year out there. But I'll be better prepared this year. And it's just so much fun.
Oh yeah, it sounds like from what you're saying, this is more than just a casino. It's a part of the community.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and I think that's what could separate this place from saying going to Atlantic City.
I really feel that. You know, we're in your own backyard. We don't sit on the Atlantic Ocean. It's a day trip, or now it can be an overnight stay too because of the addition of the Residence Inn. But we are part of the community. Last year at the Festival of Lights, we invited in like the local schools and dancing schools to come and perform, and kid-friendly activities. And my goal is to remind people that Delaware Park is an entertainment destination, and we're super proud of our past, but we're really excited about our future too.
Is there anything else you'd like the audience to know about the casino?
Oh, hey, look, I would love for people to come and give us a shot. I know you wouldn't be disappointed. I'm thrilled to have the two of you here today, and so nice to hear your feedback, how much you're enjoying it. We are an entertainment option for people, so thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us here.
I highly recommend checking out their website, delawarepark.com, to see all the upcoming events and to plan your own fun visit. Don't miss out on the action, guys, the entertainment, and the chance to create your own jackpot moments. Thank you so much, Terry. We really enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, guys. It keeps us going.